Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. In tonight's video, I just want to introduce you guys to trading and go through some basics, and then we'll work our way through to some more advanced styles of trading at the end as well. And I know a lot of you guys have just got into this and you've probably set up a few accounts on different exchanges and you're having a play around with how to buy and sell different cryptos and whatnot. But for tonight's video, I'm going to use Bitfinex as it's the #1 trading platform in the world. But these same principles and a lot of the bid and ask stuff I'm going to talk about, buying and selling, margin trading, it all applies no matter what exchange you're on, okay? So this is basically just the home screen on Bitfinex. Once you log in, make sure you've got all those passwords and two-factor authentication. Go and have a play around with the site. You want to have your security settings on maximum and all that sort of thing, so it's nice and safe if you're going to put money to these websites and have a play around, okay? So now here we've just got trading, and now these guys have got basically the top 10 cryptos, and they allow you to change, so buy Bitcoin in US dollars, and this is probably the first point I just want to touch on. As of last year, a lot of exchanges got into a bit of trouble because they're not financial institutions. You can't actually deposit money to these exchanges. So now for us, especially Australians, or other countries around the world, you've got to deposit Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of these currencies if you want to have a play around, and then you can sell back into sort of a US dollar tether, which is basically a token that represents $1 to $1 of US dollars, and then you can buy another cryptocurrency, or you can just keep your money in your account in whatever your favorite crypto is, and you can use that as basically collateral. So that's going to back your positions if you want to do margin trading and whatnot. But if you just want to buy and hold a coin, you've got to deposit one coin, sell it into US dollars, and then use those US dollars, the tether, to buy another coin, whatever that may be. Okay, so this is just the basic screen here. If I hover over this, it's going to show me all their pairs. Now, a lot of these pairs are traded against Bitcoin. Okay, so think of this as Ethereum price versus the Bitcoin price. So the Ethereum price is down 8% today in US dollar terms, but it's only down 5% against the Bitcoin price. And you guys know the trade that I've got on at the moment is Litecoin versus Bitcoin trade. I'm liking this pair because as Litecoin moves up 5%, I think it's going to outperform Bitcoin. And the trade I've got on is actually up 8.5% today because it's outperforming. So rather than me just going, oh, I like Litecoin, I'm going to buy it, if I think it's going to outperform compared to Bitcoin, I can trade this pair trade as well, okay? So now just the basics here. I'm on just the Bitcoin US dollar exchange at the moment. If I just want to buy one Bitcoin and set a buy order for 2,500, we see the current price around 2,510. Now this is the order book here, so this is all the orders that we see here with a visual representation. As we go down, there's more orders sitting there, and that's the total number of orders there, and this is the amount at each of these $10 intervals here. So someone, there's 208 people willing to buy Bitcoin at 24.80 at the moment. So if I just wanted to show you guys for an example, now I want to buy Bitcoin. If it gets down to 24.50, I just want to buy one Bitcoin. All I have to do is click on buy, and that's going to take this up here to my active orders. I've got none at the moment, and if at the moment I've got no US dollars in my exchange account here, so that's going to say that you have inefficient funds to buy this. Yeah, so invalid order, not enough US dollars to buy. But what I can do here, I've got some Ethereum here in my margin account because I've got a margin trade on at the moment. So like I said, if you just want to buy and sell, all you need to do is use your exchange accounts, and in transfer here, deposit, withdrawal, and wallets, you click on your wallets, and that'll easily let you move your Ethereum from one wallet to the other and off the exchange and whatnot. Okay, so have a play around with this site and get familiar with all these tabs, and I just want to show you guys how to actually trade. So now this is where it gets a little bit more complicated as well. So a lot of you guys know basically just how to buy. So now if let's say I had one Bitcoin and I'm happy to take profit if it gets up to 2,800 overnight. So then I'll just click on exchange sell. So if I owned one Bitcoin, I had one Bitcoin here on my exchange wallet, and I want to try and sell it if it gets up to 2,800 overnight, I just click on exchange sell, and that's going to again just sit this order here until this order would appear now down here, 2800 below here on the order book. And as the price goes up and all these orders get filled, your order's going to sit there, and that's going to bring a little green dot there as well. Once you'll be able to see your order. So now this is where I'm going to get into a bit more advanced styles of trading. So margin trading basically means that at the moment I've got 69 ETH in my margin account. Now that's going to let me trade up to a value basically of $44,000 if I want. So now I'd never use that much, okay? Only ever trade less than 10% of your holdings. So especially if you're getting new to this, just trade with really small amounts until you're really familiar with how this all works, and never invest more than you're willing to lose, okay? Until you've been doing this for a few years like I have. So now basically when you put on a margin position, they're gonna let you borrow up to 3 times more than what you've got. So at the moment they're gonna let me borrow up to 44 grand, even though I've got maybe around 18 grand of sort of value in there at the moment. But if that drops down, so they're gonna lend, I only need 30% of what they're gonna let me trade with basically. So they're gonna let me borrow the other 30%. But the catch here is, because you only need 30%, if things go pear-shaped, you've got to hold at least 15%. So if this trade starts to go against you, even though it might only go a little bit, if you've leveraged yourself up on margin and borrowed an additional 70%, that entire position might drop 15% and you're going to get liquidated. Your entire account is going to get shut down if the position drops 15% and you're fully leveraged. So you've got your initial amount that's held as collateral, then you borrow a further 70%. If that trade at any point drops 15%, your account's going to be liquidated and you're going to lose everything. So that's why this stuff gets dangerous, okay? So at the moment, even if this position went to zero, I'd only have to have 3 grand there, okay? So I'm at no danger of this getting liquidated or anything like that, okay? So now up the top is the charting tools. They do have tools on the side here. For me, I like to use ChartingView to plan my trade. So you guys know that I was starting to talk about Litecoin. I bought a bit in this Litecoin Bitcoin pair. I'm looking at these specific levels for a pullback, and 1723 was my first, and then I bought more at sort of 1585, and so I plan my technical levels here, and then again, like I just showed you, I can place, I'll go into the Litecoin Bitcoin pair, and I can place my margin buy orders, same as we placed a margin exchange order. So if I want to buy more, if it gets down to 1863, I want to buy another 50 Litecoin, I just click that there, margin buy, and that's going to send it to the order book. So that's my one active position there, my average price of 16.8 there on the Litecoin Bitcoin pair. That's my profit so far, 22%, or profit given in Bitcoin. It'll always give you profit denominated in the bottom currency there, so US dollars or Bitcoin or Ethereum, depending on whatever pair you're trading. So current profit, 1.7 Bitcoin. Now, because you're on margin and you are borrowing some money, there is a slight cost, a few dollars a day, maybe a bit more, because I do have a large position on at the moment. You can choose to have that funding cost go for the entire term of your trade, or just roll over on a daily basis. And you're paying someone a few percent to sort of borrow their Litecoins off them, basically. Think about it like that. So there I've just got my order, it's sitting there. If we scroll down the order book, there's that green dot, and we can see where my market order is sitting in comparison to the current order book, okay? So I'm just going to cancel that order now. I'm happy with the size of my position, okay? I'm happy with the level of risk. I don't want to add to it at the moment. Again, I can place, same as I just placed another buy order. I've currently got 460 Litecoin on this position. If I just wanted to place a sell order for 460 Litecoin, let's say I want it to get up to 0.0025 or whatever. Let's just have a look again. I'll go back to TradingView. I want to look at some Fibonacci targets that I've been looking at, so I might set a sell order at 24.43 there at the first fib level and look to lock in some profits. So 24.43, and then I just click on margin sell, and again that's going to send that order there. It's just going to sit there in the book. Now I'm positive 460 Litecoin, so looking to sell 460 Litecoin would take that balance basically back to zero, okay? And again, up here I can decrease the precision, so take it down 1 decimal place, and then we'll see I'm just in lots of 0.001 there, and we can see my order. And then if we want to, again, get a more detailed view of the market, we can increase precision and give it another decimal place, the order book there. And so now it's gone to 4 decimal places, okay? So again, I hope this all makes sense. Bitfinex, #1 trading platform in the world, really friendly to use, okay? Good customer support if you ever need it. Plenty of volume, so much money flowing through this every day. You can always get in and out of positions easily. Plenty of liquidity, okay? I think it's really friendly. Watch this video again if I've gone over things too fast, okay? But again, I just want to outline the difference between an exchange and just buying and selling versus margin trading, where you can have coins in your margin account as collateral and trade different currencies against it. So a bit of play trading, a bit of swing trading like I like to do if I think certain coins are going up or down over the next few weeks or so, and I'll wait for those to play out. So now, guys, I also want to take this opportunity to introduce my trading service. Now, I've been doing a lot of one-on-ones with guys and introducing them to charting, trading, especially trader psychology, which is one thing that I've really learnt well over the years, how you need to be thinking around these trades. And when I put this position on, it was at a loss for a week. But if I know that I've done the research and I've done my fib levels, I've got my trading plan, I'm not worried when this trade goes against me. I wanted it to play out over a few weeks, and sure enough it has, okay? And that's how you make money. So if you'd be interested in joining the trading room, where I'll be doing some mentoring and talking about active trades that I think are good coming up and whatnot, okay, please join the Crypto Australia Facebook page, and please read that pin post and send me a message on Facebook. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll talk to you soon.